Hello, everyone. I'm going to scoot my chair up a little bit. Hope you all are doing well. I know I am. It's the second to last stop for Stadium Series Blue on Hooman's Monster Jam Tour. We have 12 awesome drivers here ready to battle it out. So yeah. Going into the final stop, currently leading is Cameron Murphy with 106 points. He's the only driver on any of our tours so far to get past 100 points. Closest is Cynthia Gautier on Stadium Series Red with 97, only 3 points away. But Cameron Murphy currently doing really good. Let's see if we can keep that up in Oakland, though. Starting us off in the timed racing competition will be Joe Foley. He started us off quite a few times in this competition. All right, everyone. So Beeman G just crashed on me for some reason. We're gonna get that solved real quick. So yeah, that's annoying. Gonna get that. Currently there is no time to beat, but I genuinely just have no clue what happened. Yeah. I do not want the world editor, whatever that is. Alright, now it just exited again. Demon G. Will it work the third time I load? I had everything set up. It is not running. No, it is not. Library. Demon G. Stop. Alright, sorry everyone for all the technical difficulties. Yes. Join. Alright, click it. Launch. But yeah, Joe Foley will be starting us off. I did get a Bailey Circuit diecast today, so I'm happy about that. Alright. Gonna get the truck loaded in, or track, whatever. Alright, let's get Axe back on the track. Luckily, no one's watching the stream yet, so I do not have any pressure. Make sure my microphone's on. Alright, my microphone is on, just making sure. Alright, Axe pulling up the line. Alright, anti. Alright. And everyone, we are back. Sources, BMG. Alright, everyone, it should be working from now on. We got Joe Foley in action to start off our racing competition. See what Joe can do. Alright, getting ready to go green. Alright, Joe Foley currently last on the tour with only 43 points from the first 4 events. Trying to get a win. Wins in this competition go really far. Going around the final turn. And let's make a nice little turn right here. Alright. A fairly good time of a 23.42. 23.42, that is the time to beat. Let's see if anyone's in chat yet. Currently, no. Luckily, no one got to see that little mistake. Alright. Ooh, I forgot. So our bottom 2 spots are really close. 43 points for Joe Foley, and then 45 points for our next driver up. If you've been watching this tour, you probably know who it is. She has been not doing well in the series at all. So yeah, but it is the one and only Kayla Blood Sparkle Smith. Hoping to do better at this show. yeah, see what you can do. 1 year anniversary, Sparkle Smash. Turn the truck around. Starting off very slow so far. Alright, gonna go right into the pits. Your time is a 24.04, which means she will go into second place. Let me write that down. 24.0. 23.42. Alright, got them all in my Google Doc. Gotta get our next driver out to the track. Alright. I'm excited because I'm going to the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks live show in Louisville next weekend. My first ever Hot Wheels Monster Trucks live show. And oh yeah, I'm just excited to see it. See something new. Alright, next up we have Kevin Crocker Megabyte. See what he can do. Alright, Kevin Crocker lined up. Alright, Kevin Crocker getting a good first turn. Getting the trick around again. Getting some nice slow turns. Oh! Slamming into the wall. That just completely destroyed his front left tire. He is going to be pushed back to the very last two-wheel skills driver with a time of a 23.69 for Megabyte. Huge crash for him. 23.69. 56. What's next? Alright. All right, everyone. Next up, we have Adam Anderson in, 1 second, let me, wrote it wrong. There. Next up, we have Adam Anderson driving Gravedigger the Legend. Let's see what Adam can do. All right. Lined up with the racing line. Let's see what time he can get. Adam's had a very unlucky year so far. Getting unlucky in every single show because he truly is a good driver. Getting extremely unlucky with all of his runs. Alright. And a new fastest time. Extremely fast finish with a 22.89. That'll put him in the lead. Alright, we're going to write that down as well. Go to the legend. Alright. Alright. Oh, alright, this is the one. Alright, everyone, next up we have Jim Kohler driving Avenger. beautiful Avenger spider body for Halloween. Spooky month. Oh, Jim Kohler. The world freestyle champion, not a world racing champion. Only has one racing win in his career as a Monster Jam driver. Came in St. Louis 2021. Yeah. Gonna try and just go really fast in the end. And he is... Oh, he gets another big crash, but it did not break the truck at all. Which means he will not have to go later in skills. Unlike Kevin Crocker, who will still have to go dead last in skills. 26.56, though. That is your time for Avenger. I'll put him far and last. Alright, did put it right. I have a little Google Doc where I have all the scores and all that stuff. Sorry, I need to make sure I get it right. Alright, next up we have Nick Pagliarulo Kraken. Let's see what he can do. Oh, alright. Forgot to start the time. Nick Pagliarulo. Turn the truck around. Nice. Nick Pagliarulo been doing fairly well this season, especially in freestyle. But racing, do not count him out. All right. And your time for Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken is a 22.51, meaning he is your new racing leader. Nick Pagliarulo taking away the lead. Alright. See if anyone's in chat. No one's in chat yet. Alright. Alright, next up we have Mike Pagliarulo and Excalibur. Let's see what Mike can do. Again, I forgot to start time. Time has started, though. Mike Pagliarulo was injured last show, so Matt Pagliarulo had to fill in for him. Mike was injured, so Matt had to fill in. I think that's what I said, but I don't know. So far, though, very unlucky. Little turn right there. We're going to make a time of a 24.68, which will put him in second to last. Mike Pag coming back after being injured and showing a bit of that rust. Great to do. It was only for one weekend, so kind of surprised me because he's been doing very well in this tour all throughout the year. Hello, Yoshi Games. Yoshi Maddie Games. Hello there. You're doing good. Alright. All the times in. Next up, we have Chris Kohler Mayhem. See if he can beat Nick Pagliarulo and beat 22.51. Can we see Chris do it? Chris, not known for being a good racer, made it to the racing finals, though, this year in Orlando. Won 2 freestyles this year in this truck alone. But, I mean, throughout his entire career, he's won many, many freestyles. And he's going to get huge sends. Alright. And your time for Chris Kohler Mayhem, also Nick Pagliarulo again, is a 22.68, which means he will go into second place. Still a very good time, though. In second place, I mean, you can't really ask for much more. Only one more spot you can go. All right. But we do have 4 drivers left. Let's see what they can do. All right, next up, we have Blake Granger driving Max D. See what Blake can do. The Free South champion. And in my opinion, he definitely deserves it. Had an amazing Free South. Definitely the best of the show. That Garner didn't even fill time. Like, Garner had 2 good moves. And that was literally it. Oh! Blake Granger. Oh, that looks like it hurt. All right. I think he should be good. We're going to review that, make sure he's okay. Might need a medic on the track for him, though, because that looked like a hard crash. 23.28 is the time. All right, that is a... All right, Blake Granger will now himself be pushed back to the end of skills. That is a huge crash. Ooh, I hope he's okay. Down to our final 3 drivers, though. All right, wait. No, I'm getting word Blake Granger is good. He will not need to be pushed back to the end of skills. Luckily, he's all right. All right, so he will be back for our next competition. But Barry Musauer, let's see what he can do. Oh, a nice little first turn, flipping the car. This is Bari's best competition. Currently, Bari has an automatic bid until World Finals. He just needs to fend off Blake Granger from getting it. But so far, with how the time is looking, not going to do that. And another huge crash. And another broken truck that will send him to the end of the line. Meaning Kevin Crocker will go second to last. And Bari Musauer Zombie will go last. A 24.46 is your time for Bari Musauer in Zombie. Not going to take the lead. We do have 2 drivers left. Huge crash, though. Bari is okay. He's safe and sound in there. His truck is all you got to worry about, because, yeah. The reason he is going behind Kevin Crocker is because Kevin Crocker crashed first. And there's only a slight time difference. So, yeah. Alright, we're just gonna have to do this the old school way. There it is. Alright, everyone. Next up, we're down to our final 2 drivers, and we have Weston Anderson and Gravedigger up next. Let's see what he can do. Alright, Weston Anderson getting moved up to stadiums for this series. Oh! Alright, going really far into the tunnel. Getting a time of a 22.65, which will put him in, second or third place. A 22.65. They'll put him in third place. Alright, everyone. Next up, we have a driver who also works with NASCAR. He's driven in there a few times. He's a junkie for, just junkie for huge air, junkie for motorsports, junkie for everything. Motorsports related and Monster Jam related. Some would say he's the best driver to not win a world championship. He has a brand new truck this year. Alright. The final driver to compete in racing tonight. Alright. Did not open that. And it is Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher. If he can beat a time of a 22.51, he will be the new racing. He'll be the racing winner. Camden Murphy currently leading the tour by 7 points ahead of Weston Anderson. He messed up in that turn, and I think he just lost his winning chances. It's probably going to be one of the slower times, actually. Completely botched that little twister section. Yes. Definitely one of the slower times. And your time is a 24.49. Not the time that you wanted at all. Do not know where that'll put him, but it'll definitely put him lower in the point than he would have liked. Right. But this does mean that you're a racing winner, Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Alright, we are going to tally up the points, and yeah, 12. You know, Weston Anderson did get second. He got 0.03 faster. Alright, 12 points for Nick Pagliarulo, 11 points for Weston Anderson, 10 points for Chris Kohler Mayhem, 9 points for Grey Deer the Legend Adam Anderson, 8 points for Blake Granger, Max D. 7 points for Axe Joe Foley. 6 points for Megabyte. 5 points for Caleb Blood. 4 points for Bari Musauer. 3 points for Ken Murphy. leading coming into the show. I don't even know if he's leading anymore after that run or that time. 2 points for Excalibur, Mike Pagliarulo, and 1 point for Avenger. Let me do some quick math. 11, 110. No, so your current leader of the series, Weston Anderson Gravedigger, leading with 110 points. Camden Murphy with only 109. It's a very close series, though. And we are now going into the two-wheel skills competition, where each driver will have 2 attempts at their best moves. You guys will see sky wheelies, moonwalks, stoppies, reverse poppers, all of those. Well, you may see them. Also bicycles, I don't know if I said that. Or you may see a brand new move created by one of our Monster Jam drivers. Starting us off in this skills competition, we have Jim Kohler and Avenger. And Kohler debuted this beautiful spider scheme this year. Let's see how good he does in it. Alright, let's start off. Oh, going over and getting into another sidewall. That is what I like to see. Jim Kohler starting off with an awesome first move. Going by those little ramps over there. Let's back it up. He's lining up with the step up. Huge sky wheelie. Alright, little slap wheelie at the end. Get those scores locked in chat. Currently, there is no score to beat. You guys have the chance to get the first score in for the night. Very good run from Jim Kohler. Let's see what you guys think about it. All right. And your score for Jim Kohler is an 8.895. 8.895. That is the score for Jim Kohler and Avenger. And that will put him in the lead currently. Next up, we have Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Alright, Mike Pagliarulo back after not competing last show. He got injured at the Superstar Challenge. So let's see what he can do here. Getting it very nice. Just gonna walk it calmly. It's just a regular moonwalk. Alright, setting it down very nicely, very nice. Good first move. Let's see what he gets for second move. Alright, gonna go for a bicycle. Oh, gonna get a little wheelie out of it. Alright, get those scores locked in for Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur, in chat. 3. Ooh. All right, everyone. Next, your score for Excalibur with Mike Pagliarulo is an 8.683. Congratulations, a very good score for him. But next up, we have Camden Murphy in Classroom Crusher. See what Camden can do. Alright. Camden gonna get a moonwalk into bicycle. Showing why he was leading this tour. And a save! An awesome first move. You don't see that very often now, do you? Alright, he's lining up with the backflip ramp. See what he does. Alright, going for a tombstone. Walking it far across the track. Oh! And he's over. Get those scores locked in for Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher. Very unlucky. Girl boss too close to the sun. That was a joke in case you couldn't tell. Alright, and your score for Camden Murphy Classroom Crusher is an 8.317. We'll put him in third place. Would have been probably the lead if he had just not fumbled it at the end. Next up, though, we have Caleb Blood Sparkle Smash. Let's see what she can do. Alright, getting a nice little starting off with it. Caleb Blood, she's doing really good so far. Alright, gonna set it down right there. Awesome first skills move. Alright, turn the truck around. Gonna line it up with the backflip ramp. Jim Murphy just did. Alright, gonna get a bit of an unlucky bounce right there, but still a fairly good run. Give it up for Caleb Blood, Sparkled Smash. The score's locked in. And your score for Caleb Blood and Sparkle Smash is an 8.308. I'll put her in last place for now. To be fair, though, only 4 tricks is gone, so that really says nothing. Alright, but we have our next driver out to the track, Joe Foley and Axe. Let's see what he can do. I'm gonna start off with a nice slap wheelie. Oh, a triple slap wheelie. Oh. Oh. Hitting the wall hard. And that is going to do it for Joe Foley. One hit. He slammed into the wall, which ended up breaking the truck. You're going to have to fix that for freestyle. All right. All right, and the score for Joe Foley and X is a 4.000. All right, current score to beat still an 8.895 from Jim Kohler Avenger. Next up, though, the driver who won the last skills competition on the series, we have Blake Granger, Max D. Blake Granger, last show, had an awesome move, went for a moonwalk, and then he got it into a reverse bicycle. Truly fantastic feat. You know, some thought last show that Weston Anderson should have gotten the win, though, so Blake, time to prove, hey, I deserve that win. Like, I'm better two-wheel skills driver than him. Oh, alright, walking it very far. Do you think he's going for a slap moonwalk right there, though? So a really good run. Alright, Max D, Blake Granger. Oh, Blake Granger on the other sidewalls. And going back. Alright, get those scores locked in. Current score to be 8.895. Do you think that Blake Granger deserved it? Let me know by telling me your score. Alright. And your score for Blake Granger, Max D, is an 8.933. That means he is your new leader. 8.933. Now, next up, we have Adam Anderson and Gravedigger, the legend. Alright, let's see what Adam can do. Alright, gonna start off, gonna slap it again. Oh, into a little stoppy. Nice little save. Awesome first move for Adam Anderson. Truly fantastic. Alright, Adam Anderson lining up with the backflip sideways. Seen him try this a few times. Alright. Not going to count that as an attempt because his tires did not reach the ground. Alright, we're going to give him one more shot, and if he does that again, All right, his final attempt. He's able to do it. Oh! Oh! Saving it! An awesome skills move. Skills run for Adam Anderson. Get those scores locked in. Current score to be 8.933, laid down by Blake Granger. Let's see what you guys thought about that run. Alrighty, everyone. Your score for Gravedigger the Legend, Adam Anderson, is an 8.730. Put him in third place, I think. Next up, though, we have Chris Kohler and Mayhem. Alright, Chris Kohler starting out with a nice bicycle, just like his father did, and he's gonna do it even better, gonna get a wheelie out of it. Wow. Alright, looks like he was just jumping over it to get to over here. That was not an attempt because he was not attempting anything. He was just trying to jump over it for whatever reason. Oh, he was doing that to try and get a lay of the land. He was like, hey, I'm going to go for that again. I need to see how hard I need to hit it. And apparently it worked. Oh, and he's gonna get a small bicycle off of it. Alright, and he breaks the front of the truck. Get those scores locked in. Current score to be 8.933, laid down by Blake Granger. Alright. Only have 2 drivers left. And your score for Mayhem is an 8.906. That'll put him in second place, still behind Blake Granger. Blake Granger trying to go back-to-back skills wins. Will he do it? Only 2 drivers, or actually 4 drivers standing in his way. I forgot about Kevin Crocker and Barry Musauer, who broke. Still getting fixed. I am getting word Megabyte was fixed. So Zombie still needs a bit more time. Let's see what Gravedigger, though. Less than Anderson. Let's see what he can do. All right. Nice. Moving those back tires. Oh, Weston Anderson with a reverse bicycle. Amazing skills move. He went out there, had the best control of anyone so far. And, I mean, as long as the second move is even decent, he's probably going to take the lead. Showing, hey, I can do what Blake did last show. Oh, my Lord. An awesome save. Get those scores locked in for Weston Anderson. We only have 3 drivers left. Wow. That is crazy. I'd be shocked if that doesn't take the lead. All right, and your score for Weston Anderson in grade is a 9.374. That means he is your new... Wait, no, it's not 374. It's 674. Oh, my. Please don't say anything. 9.674. All right, that is your new leader with only 3 drivers left to go. All right, we have Nick Pagliarulo Kraken next. I will say none of the 3 drivers next are really too good in skills, so... I mean, as long as none of them get lucky, Weston really has this locked down. But Nick Pagliarulo, I could see being a force to be reckoned with. Nick is fairly good in this competition, actually. Really good at those combos. Alright. Nice little first move. Kraken. Alright. Now we have Nick Pagliarulo going again. Second move. Same jump, just other side of the track, and this one has a single log in it. And he's gonna get the exact same thing that he got last time. Oh! Alright. Pretty decent run for him. Alright, get those scores locked in. Current score beat 9.674. Huge score laid down by Weston Anderson. Having one of, if not the best move or runs just of the entire tour. Alright. Alright, and your score for Nick Pagliarulo Kraken is an 8.685, or 8.687. Alright, next up we have Kevin Crocker and Megabyte. And Crocker lining up with the single log. Sky wheelie. Nice. See what he goes for on his second attempt. Second two-wheel skills attempt. Oh, and he's gonna go over unless he gets saved. No. Alright, get those scores locked in for Megabyte. We do only have 1 driver left. Alright. And the score for Megabyte, Kevin Crocker, is a 5.703. Alright, we have 1 driver left, and that is Bari Musauer's Zombie. Alright, let's see what Bari can do. Alright. Okay, slap wheelie to start off his run. Alright, spinning around. Huge sky wheelie. Alright, get those scores locked in for Bari, Moose, Sour, Zombie. And we're getting our track set up for freestyle. Alright, and your score for Barbie Sour Zombie is an 8.403, meaning that your freestyle winner is Weston Anderson, Engrave Digger, meaning he will hold on to his series lead. He'll even stretch it farther. It is currently intermission, though, so you guys can go get something to eat. Whoops. Alright. So, yeah, you guys can go get something to eat. We'll be tallying points and getting the track set up for freestyle. So, yeah. Alright, everyone. Freestyle is starting, so I need you guys to take out those phones. And get ready with me. Go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Everyone, this is the pinnacle of the event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle. Freestyle. All right, starting this off, we have Camden Murphy in Classroom Crusher. To start out just immediately with some huge air. All right, Camden Murphy trying to get back what he was lost so far. Done really poor at the show. Honestly, he could have won skills if he had just not fallen over. Very unlucky ending for him. Cost him a lot of points. Alright, gonna turn the truck sideways. And he's gonna get a save already into the run. Alright. Broken rear, locked up rear left tire. Definitely a disadvantage to him. Oh, and Camden Murphy is over with a minute left. The bad luck continues. Alright, get those scores locked in. Getting our next driver out to the track. Alright, everyone, and the score for Camden Murphy Classroom Crusher is a 7.453. Again, a 7.453 is the score. Camden Murphy Classroom Crusher. Alright, next up we have Megabyte. Let's see what Kevin Crocker can do. Coming out immediately with a Sky Release. Oh! Now Kevin Crocker also going early. Apparently this is a difficult track. Currently scored to beat 7.453. Will we see that be beaten? Right, and your score for Kevin Crocker Megabyte is a 2.847. Put him in last place, currently still leading Camden Murphy. Next up, though, we have Kayla Blood and Sparkle Smash. We start off her run with the crush car hit. Alright, Sky really off the step up. And she's gonna get a nice small little bicycle. If I'm her, I'm just trying to fill time. I'm not trying to go too big. But Kayla Blood, she's gonna try and go big. Trying to make up for how she's done so far. She has had a not terrible show, but definitely could be better. Trying to stay out of that bottom place, because, I mean, even if she won't get to the World Finals, you never want to go into the bottom. Nice little turn. Go over the car stack. Slap wheelie. Oh, on one tire for a little bit. You can tell she's definitely not going at this track at her full potential, because she does not want to destroy it. Destroy this truck. And honestly, as long as she completes time, she'll take the lead. Oh, forward momentum backflip. First backflip of the night for Kayla Blood. Kayla Blood has had a not too good year so far. So, this run is actually pretty good, though. Alright. I'm gonna let her get one more jump. Maybe 2 if she can fit it in time. No, this is our final jump. Huge sky wheelie. Gonna destroy the rear right tire. Tire just bouncing along. Get those scores locked in for Caleb Blood's Sparkle Smash. All right, everyone, in the score for Caleb Blood and Sparkle Smash is an 8.806, meaning she is your new leader. All right, everyone. Next up, we have Joe Foley and Axe. All right, we've seen third driver to start his run off of that ramp. Maybe a curse, because all those drivers fallen over early. Joe Foley doesn't care though. He's just gonna give it his all. All right. Oh, saving it. Huge air. Oh, turn the truck around. A little bit of bicycle. Huge air right there. Slap wheelie. All right, Joe Foley lining up for the backflip. First trench box backflip of the night. And he gets a backflip to wheelie. That's what you want to see. Walking it across the entire stadium floor. Go at these ramps, racing lanes from sideways. Finding pretty good air for him, actually. Turning the truck around. Gonna cross-thread it again. Oh. Ends right as time ends. Very good run for Joe Foley, but does it take the lead? That's for you guys and me to decide. All right. And your score for Joe Foley and Axe is an 8.803. Just barely going to put him behind Caleb Blood. Barely still leading by 0.03 or 0.003 more Caleb Blood, so maybe she'll be able to hold on. But Bart Musauer, he is known for freestyle. Freestyle is the second best competition, I'd say. Nice long air. So many drivers have started their runs off that same jump. Nice air. Again. Turning the truck around. slap wheelie. Into another slap wheelie. Into another slap wheelie. Into another... Skying it. It's an awesome freestyle run so far. Alright, Bari Musauer backing it up. Sending it across the middle. Almost going over. Oh, can he save it? Yes, he can. Crushing the car. And he's found himself at the perfect spot for a backflip. Alright, destroys the right arm off of it. But let's see if he can still win this competition. Oh, hard hit. Looks like his throttle just stopped mid-air for some reason. Alright, final jump. Huge air. And he saves it. Get those scores locked in. Current score to be 8.806. Will Joe Foley take the lead? Let's find out. Alright, everyone. And your score for Bari Musauer. They are Monday and Thursday, Romeo. Do not worry, you've only missed a little bit of freestyle. We're on our 4th run, I think. The score for Bari Musauer in Zombie is a 9.012. Congratulations to Bari Musauer. Very, very good freestyle. We'll take the lead. Next up, we have Mike Pagliarulo Excalibur. Also, Romeo, Nick Pagliarulo Kraken won Racing, and Skills was won by Weston Anderson. Alright, Weston Anderson, or not Weston, Mike Pagliarulo, let's see what he can do. Perfectly fine, Romeo. I thought I had to stream yesterday, and then I woke up and was like, oh, it's Sunday, so, whoops. Alright, nice, huge air from Mike Pagliarulo into slap wheelie. Alright, everyone. Nice. Mike Pagliarulo, some huge air. He is just trying to send it. He's had a terrible night so far. Got lucky in skills, though. Did have a pretty solid 2 attempts. Got really unlucky in racing, though. Finished second to last, I think. Some more huge air for Mike Pagliarulo. Alright, just gonna lightly tap those crutch cars. Going for the backflip. Gonna get a backflip to wheelie. That's the second one we've seen tonight. Syracuse is so far the best fall stadium series show. Actually, no, that goes to St. Louis. Syracuse is the second to best. Syracuse is a lot of fun, though. I think it was a lot of fun to watch. That's really all I have to say. It wasn't the best stadium show, it wasn't the worst, but it was a lot of fun, and a lot of drivers surprised me with how good they were. All right, Mike Pagliarulo getting a moonwalk. Trying to slap it. Gonna get a reverse move. A reverse bicycle. A little bit of what Weston did in skills. Granted, that was off a moonwalk, just like Blake Granger did last show. All right, one more hit for Mike Pagliarulo, and he's gonna finish it on the move he started his run on. All right, get those scores locked in for Mike Pagliarulo. Excalibur, a very good run. Only saw a bit of the freestyle competition. Didn't watch racing and two-wheel skills, unfortunately. Two-wheel skills was only bad because the drivers still only had one hit, unfortunately. Racing was awesome. It had a lot of close races, a lot of good races. And freestyle was also really good. Freestyle was pretty good. Not really good. It was pretty good. Right. Who's next? All right. May actually need my calculator this time. I don't remember what happened to Axe, but I think Axe had like a really Axe. I don't remember what happened to Axe. I'll say this, but I do remember Axe was shut off reasonably. I don't remember what that reason was, but I remember seeing it and being like, something had happened to the truck, and I promise you, yeah. But the score for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur is an 8.878. That will put him in second place. All right, next up we have Jim Kohler in Avenger. Oh yeah, one of his tires came off. Oh yeah, that's what happened. I forgot, but yeah. I think that was at least a sort of deserved shut off, but yeah. It would have been cool to see him keep going, but they just weren't gonna. Alright, Jim Kohler won freestyle at the last show on this tour. Oh, nice save! Did really good in skills. Alright, Jim Kohler, though. Jim Kohler, probably the best run of the night if he can keep this going for the next minute and 10 seconds. Oh, another save. Gonna twirl it and get it onto the sidewalls. Yes. Oh, another good save. I will say Sparkle Smash's crash was awesome. That was a wild, wild crash. Sway bars do matter. That's something I've learned from BeamNG. I like a mini cork backflip or something for Avenger. Sorry for interrupting myself, but sway bars, they basically keep the chassis attached to the drive shaft. I don't really know how else to describe it, but that's sort of what their purpose is, and I think it was reasonable in my eyes. Oh, Jim Kohler, is he over? All right, we're gonna let him get one more hit, because why not? All right, little. All right, another huge save. Jim Kohler Just going wild. All right. 10. All right. And your score for Jim Kohler and Avenger is a 9.880. What in the world just happened? 880. That means he is your new leader with one of the biggest scores of the entire season. All right. Who is next? That is now the question because all the final 5 only have 5 drivers left. All right, that's who it is. All right. All right, down to our final 5 drivers, as I just mentioned. Next up, we have Adam Anderson in Gravedigger. Adam Anderson going to hit the poor and battered crush cars first, just like Caleb Blood did. Caleb Blood had an awesome freestyle. So far, Oakland has been fairly good. It's definitely been a good show, but Adam Anderson getting stuck in there, really doing nothing for like 10 seconds. Huge air. Oh. Can Adam save it? Oh. Oh, he's over. Get those scores locked in. Sadly, just falling over right then. All right. I think there's a bit more than a minute left. All right, that's who's next. Oh, are you kidding me? I spawned them at the wrong place. Alright, we're gonna have to move him to... Alright, and the score for Adam Anderson Gravedigger is a 7.154. Score for Adam Anderson. All right, everyone. Next up, we have your racing winner, Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. That is like the 5th driver to start their run off of that same jump. Oh, turn the truck a little. You go for an 8-pack? I think he was just trying to... Alright, so I think he was just trying to jump it and didn't realize it was the 8-pack. getting squiddy with it. Oh! Nick Pagliarulo, can he save it? Alright. Yes, he can somehow. Trying to line up for the backflip, but a bit difficult. Oh, and he's done with 13 seconds left on the clock. Still a fairly good run. Those scores locked in. All right. Down to 3 drivers left. Ooh, next up we have World Freestyle Champion. All right, those scores locked in. And your score for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken is an 8.804. All right, we're down to our final 3 drivers starting us off. We have a World Finals champion. That is Blake Granger, Max D. All right, that is not his starting hit, I would like to say. Oh, gonna start off with a momentum moonwalk. Blake Granger living up to the Tom Mentz inside of him. And a nice roll. Reverse little roll right there. Blake Granger trying to take down Jim Kohler. 2 World Finals champions. And freestyle. Oh, huge air. Oh, nice save. Blake Granger going wild. Huge air. I sometimes forget that Tom Mentz won the 2022 World Freestyle Championship, to be completely honest. Alright, huge air. Oh, breaking the rear drive shaft. And he's gonna get a butt kicker. His truck awareness. What? A slap moonwalk with a broken truck. I don't even know what to say at this point. He almost got injured in racing from hitting the wall so hard. And then he just comes out and skills, does a really good run that gets him, it was top however. Oh my! That back wheel had so much stress it broke off. Alright, we're gonna give him one more hit. And he's just gonna let that truck sit on the crushed cars. It had so much pressure that the wheel fell off. And then, oh my. That is insane. Get those scores locked in. No backflip, but still an awesome freestyle. And your score for Blake Granger Max D is a 9.684. I'll put him in second place. Jim Kohler, though, showing two World Finals championships is better than one. All right. All right, everyone. Next up, we have the son of our current freestyle leader. Let's see what Chris Kohler can do. All right, gonna reverse the truck. Nice little stoppy to start things off, though. It's gonna be difficult to take the lead, so you're gonna need to do something every second of your run. So far, Chris Kohler, he's doing just that. Flap wheelie into the cars. Trying to take the lead away from his dad. Oh! Oh! And he's over with 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Got those scores locked in. We do have one driver left. Then we have our encore. Alright, waiting for the score to get locked in chat. Still have one final driver competing. Or one final driver competing in freestyle here. Trying to see who should drive. Will we get a score from Romeo / the fans? Alright, your score did not pop up for me. Score is a 5.250 for Mayhem. You know what? We'll just... I don't know what we'll do for the encore. I have no clue. Alright, but next up, finishing up our freestyle competition, we have Weston Anderson and Gravedigger. Starting off with some huge air. Some more huge air. Into a little stoppy. Another stoppy. Oh, saving it. He decided to hit that a weird way, but it turns out it works for him. An awesome backflip to wheelie. Getting stuck right there. And he got a little corkscrew. I have no clue what in the world this run is at all. Oh! Weston Anderson with another... Oh, I thought he was over. I thought he was for sure over. All right, almost done. 5 seconds left. He's gonna get one more jump. And a back, oh, like not a backflip, but a save into a wheelie. All right. Going right up to the safety official over there saying hi. Get those scores locked in as we get our encore driver out to the track. All right, and your score for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger is a 9.768, meaning your freestyle winner is a Jim Kohler, an Avenger. All right, congratulations to him. But we have our encore, and it is Doomsday. All right. Honestly, you guys comment who you think is driving at the end of this encore. I'm going to be trying to drive like this person drives in real life. Give you guys a better fit. So far, pretty good run. It is not Dennis Anderson, Romeo. Oh! That was not on purpose. Trying to drive like this person, but that was not on purpose at all. Oh, a nice way to end out the encore. Huge sky wheelie into crash. All right, Romeo, who do you think it is? If you get this right, then I don't know, I'll do something. If you get this right, I'll post a poll. I'll post a poll for something. I don't know. So who do you think it is? Actually, I'll post a quiz instead, because I like quizzes. All right, Romeo, if you get this right, you have to assess the run. Dalton. Not a bad guess, Romeo. Still wrong, though. The driver who was driving that time was Bari Musauer. Zombie driver usually. So yeah. Well, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. I'm tired. Video releasing tomorrow. Stream on Thursday. Arena Series Red will be in Manchester, New Hampshire. That's all I have to say. Goodbye, everyone, and I hope you have